Texas, but you may have it open to everybody in the world to see you. So we're going to be doing that. And Zoom, when you have the higher education or enterprise version of Zoom, you're able to stream live Zoom class. Okay, and you'll be learning, Felix, how to do that. Okay, so I have one is I'm recording via Zoom, I'm recording live to YouTube, and I also want to record to my own computer. Sometimes they call it locally. I want to record locally without the internet to my computer. So I use another program to record locally. What's the advantage to that? Anybody raise your hand if you can figure out what's the advantage to record locally. What do you think, Reed? Did you understand my question, Reed?
Yeah, the advantage to recording locally is that you could not require Wi-Fi, and it probably has a better connection and quality.
It possibly could have a better quality, but what else? I don't need the internet. Have you ever, Reed, been without the internet?
Yes.
Yeah. Does it go down? Yeah. So in this way I have it, and I have it stored in my computer. There's disadvantages to it, but somehow it may be advantageous to some companies that they don't want to always be on the internet, right? So I do that as well. I also like to involve my classes. So at the beginning, I will set up my recordings, and then I will ask for 2 volunteers to moderate the chat. When you have questions for me, sometimes you don't want to interrupt. You can put the question or the comment in the chat. Everybody knows where the chat is, right? In this case, Alex, if I asked you where the chat is, you know where the chat is. One of the things is I want 2 people just to periodically look at it. And then when I stop, I'll turn to my moderators and say, is there anything that I need to address? Because it can be there. So for tonight, I need 2 people to volunteer to be moderators. What does it take? It's easy, just to view it, and then I call on you to ask you periodically what's available. So who wants to volunteer tonight? Be the first ones. Don't have any volunteers. I would have thought everybody would be running to that. It's an easy job, and it's you get attendance participation, which counts. So Alex, are you volunteering? Good. So Alex, and who else besides Alex? Okay, Scarlett. Let's do that. Alex and Scarlett, we'll have you, and that's all you have to do. Okay? So my goal is to talk about the class, how we're working, and how it's doing. So the first thing I want to do is introduce myself so you can see. I'm Dr. Sarah Rushanik. I go by Dr. Rush, and it's easy spell, no problem. I am a full professor at the University of Miami in the School of Business and Business Technology and Health Informatics. I have specialized in business technology, in analytics, and also in machine learning, anything to do around artificial intelligence. I have published widely in the academic, and also I'm on the speaker circuit for a number of conferences this semester, and every semester I'm speaking somewhere, either via Zoom or going to different places around the world. My academic background is I have an undergraduate degree at Tel Aviv University, and I have a graduate PhD from the University of Texas at Austin. Anybody been to Austin? It's one of my favorite cities in the world. I've taught at the University of California, at Los Angeles, and also San Francisco, and USC, and a number of other universities abroad. I do a number of consulting opportunities, especially nowadays with AI, helping businesses from the Fortune 500 from Microsoft and Intel and others to startups. I have academic partnerships, and we'll be taking advantage of it, that we'll be able to use the business applications of a number of companies like Wix, where we'll get a free domain name, we'll get promoted with their business plan with more storage capabilities. That's about me. What I do is I involve my students greatly in my own research and trying to find out what's new in technology to help businesses. As you can see, I'm already using my students here to be, for instance, Alex and Scarlett are ready to be my moderators. And I look upon some of my students that are more motivated to be almost teaching assistants in training. After they're teaching assistants in training, I then, for the next semester, have them being my teaching assistants. That's paid positions where they take care of answering students' everyday questions, doing the grading of assignments, and helping the students for support. I think that peer-to-peer really helps. Being a student, you really have a different point of view than me being a professor. I like that. I see us almost as learning from each other. I learn from you just as much as you may learn from me. You are lucky enough, after their teaching assistants, my very best get promoted to lead teaching assistants, that they are the leaders of other teaching assistants and also helping me as almost as a colleague creating new content, because this field is changing. You have the unique opportunity to have Lily Walsh, who was at your point last year in your position. Last year, she became a teaching assistant, and she did such a great job that my lead graduated, and I appointed her to be, and she honorably took that challenge to be the lead teaching assistant. And I asked her for you to also be your teaching assistant. So not only do you have a teaching assistant, but you have the lead. So I'll have Lily introduce herself, also give you like the tips and the tricks of this class, because she's been through it. She got an A+ in this class, just aside here, because she did over and beyond any other of the students. I give very few A+. That's the one thing that students are concerned about her grade. So you know that she not only knows her stuff, but she can be creative and she can take the challenges. So I'll have her introduce herself, and then I'll turn to show you what the class is about, and you can decide whether you want to join me. Everybody okay with that? I think that's, and then we can make some kind of for informal commitment to each other. So Lily, you want to take it over? Thank you.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Lily Walsh. I'm a junior at the University of Miami studying accounting and finance. As you know, this is my third semester with Dr. Rush. I was in your positions last year, and then I was one of her regular TAs for a different section, and now I'm in charge of all three of her sections. And so you guys are lucky enough to have me as your TA in charge of your grading because I'm the one making all the assignments, making the rubrics. I know everything. So if you need any questions asked, I'm definitely the person you should be reaching out to.
Right. And
You'll probably meet one of my other TAs along the way. Um, but I am the main for your section, so feel free to reach out. For tips on the class, definitely come participate. Professor really she likes to engage with people. We're trying to find new ways to engage everyone. So just like be active, be happy just to talk. I know it's kind of late, but I feel like it'd make the time go by faster if you just participate a bit more. Keep your cameras in frame. We are being a little bit more strict this semester in that we expect that you have like at least your shoulders and above like in frame, or we will mark you absent for attendance purposes. And Also to always check what's due, and Professor will go more into that during this session, but what's due will show you everything that is due and the specific date that is due at and where to find it. So
Great.
I'm looking forward to a great semester with you guys.
Yeah. So you're the lucky one. So basically, Lily has been outstanding, and she's really on top of all the assignments, and she's creating it. And also reach out to Lily to think about how this can be a better class, what you want to learn, what is interesting for it. So we'll cover that. Okay? Any comments, questions? Scarlett, anything in the chat that I need to know about?
No, there's not anything yet.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to share now my screen. And you'll tell me, Scarlett, if you see it. Scarlett, do you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, what do you see?
I see YouTube and I can see the whole class
Okay, so why are you seeing YouTube?
because you're screen sharing and you're also live.
On live streaming. So I'm showing you my live streaming. It's a tab so everybody can see. See here how Dan, you see how you're kind of your name is like covering, you look like what is it, what they call it, witness protection program or something, where they light up, so you need to sit up so you can see kind of like everybody doing. But look, when I do even 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, what's the problem you see there, Scarlett?
It's lagging.
What?
It's
It's lagging right there. There's basically a delay. And for talking heads, there's no problem with that, is there? But if you were doing, Felix, what is your major again?
Finance.
Finance. If we were doing high frequency trading and we were going to do a company like that, Felix, and I said, you know what? You say, you know what, Dr. Rush, why don't we live stream it? And it's high frequency. We're going to be in and out of the trade within 5 to 10 seconds. What's the problem with live streaming? Is there? Using
Yeah,
YouTube
it'll be
Live.
behind.
We'll be behind and we lost the trade, right? Inside the trade. So we have to think about where it's appropriate. Okay, so in this case here, Scarlett, you see my screen
we can
here
see
of
the
section
black hole.
K?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you see here that what you need to do is, let me go over the syllabus. And in the syllabus, you can see here it says spring, and just so you note here, it is then 1/11/26 syllabus. Has this been, and this is good because it was 12. We made some updates to the course syllabus, and Lily was able to change that. And you can see here that even at this point, I have subject to change because things change, right? Scarlett, you see my name here. You see my office location is remote, which is easy in this case since we're an online class. Best way to get in touch with me is via my email. And you know what's great here, Scarlett, is office hours are right after this class. We don't have to go into another Zoom. If you need to speak with me, I'm going to end the class always early. Lily's going to remind me, right, Lily, that I'm talking too much and you're going to cut me off. You're going to take that cane and take me off the stage. Okay, Lily, that we can stop early, and then we're recording, right, Scarlett? When we have office hours, we stop all recording. What you end up saying to me, if it's not pertinent for the rest of the class, nobody needs to know about it, right? It's our need to know. So you have it. You'll see that you need some type of computer with a camera and internet connection to be in this class. We're going to be using Wiley Plus. This is the edition. We'll be talking about it, and you can read about the subject area. It all has to do with technology. It all has to do basically with AI is going to be emphasized here. Everything now companies are just throwing in AI for marketing purposes, right, Felix? It's even if they don't have AI, they're throwing it in because it's like they're already behind the times. And businesses are really struggling to know how are they supposed to apply it. And that's what we'll be doing in this course. We'll be working with you being AI consultants. You can read the rest, ethics, policy, but we've already talked about it. Attendance is required. Your face has to be on at all times. If you are really, in this case, having an excused absence, sometimes if you're really sick and you have an excused absence, you can contact Lily and she'll give you permission to not have your camera on that day. Sometimes you just don't want to be viewed on camera, blowing your nose and just feeling miserable. But you can join the class and listen, and I will take it into consideration and I will not call on you. You understand that, Felix? We don't need to make people feel even worse. You have a notion of any religious holidays, you have to notify the instructor in advance. You need to come on time. I know it's a little bit difficult with this class, but we're going to start on time. Your final project will be peer reviewed. Those that do the most will get the most credit. The exam policy this is the difference in this class. We are online, Felix, but we're having 2 exams throughout the semester. They are in person at the University of Miami in the School of Business in the computer lab. Class participation is critical here. Many times you can see that, Felix. I call on people randomly and just to see feedback from it. Expect, people to behave appropriately. That's a no-brainer. And if you have any accommodations for test taking, pay attention. Send your letter to me and also to Lily. You will be taking the exam with the class. Everybody hear that? You will not be taking it at the disabilities office. You will be taking it with us. In order to get feedback, you will be getting additional time. And since we're the last class, I have reserved the lab so there won't be any problems. Class recordings, guess what? We're recording more than anyone else can possibly think about. You can see those recording, that's fine. You can see I have 2 exams. Each exam is 20%. The final project, which I told you, the AI consultant project, will be 25% of your grade. All the assignments together, some will be individual assignments, some will be group assignments, will be 25% of your grade. And your participation in the class, like even when we think about today, where we had our moderators answering questions, being attendance here, and your quizzes will be 10% of your grade. And here you can see the planned class schedule. This mostly will be going over. There may be a little bit of adjustments, but the exam dates will not change. So you can see that January 19th, we don't have class. We have some guest speakers coming in. Sometimes it'll be a little bit different on what dates they can come in. And you put this in your notes then. On March 2nd, you will have an in-person exam in the School of Business in room 204 in the lab. You will take the exam. There's 2 parts. It will be multiple choice and it will be open-ended questions. You will take it in the lab. You know that there's spring break, and you know that the second exam, put in your notes, is April 22nd. If by chance you have to travel with your family, you know that in advance. If you have a wedding, if you have any occasion there, you will not be able to take this class. Either change your reservations or not take this class. This is a requirement. The last day of class is April 27th. and you will be giving your group presentation on Zoom through me, and me and Lily will be evaluating it and giving you feedback. And then the final of your project will be uploaded along with a peer review at the time of the exam. So, any questions on that? Raise your hand. And Scarlett, what do you think? Anything that is that clear to you, Scarlett?
Yeah, I think it's really clear. The syllabus helps a lot.
It helps a lot. You know, kind of, is this what you want to do? Now, what Lily told us was that after the syllabus, you see Lily will take attendance. We'll do that. This is the major thing, Scarlett, is the what's due section. And if you click on the what's due section, you see that it is due January 21st before the class, not after the class, not a day after the class, not 2 weeks after the class, before the class, so we can go through this. So it's pretty simple the first week. Why is it next Wednesday? Today is Monday. Usually it's exactly the next week, but because we're off on Monday due to a holiday, we're making this on Wednesday. What I would like is part of this to already attempt to do for this Wednesday, just so we know everything works. Do you understand that, Isabella? What happens a lot of times with the computer is something doesn't work, and if you're not able to come to class and ask me on Monday, it's like it's due before class, you're stuck. So I'd like you at least to try out some things for Wednesday so we can get some feedback on what's not working and what is. You see that you have to sign up for Wiley Plus. You see you have to do some readings in Wiley Plus, and you have to do some adaptive assignment in Wiley Plus. So I want to make sure that Wiley Plus by Wednesday is working for you. You need to also take a quiz. You need to register for the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and Financial Times for free. Do you see that, Reed? It says free. How do you get free? Is the University of Miami has made subscriptions for anybody in the community of the University of Miami with a .edu account to get these publications free. We don't have to pay for that. That's important. And what I want you to emphasize is I'll be giving you readings from that, and especially in which area? Read in the tech area, in the AI area, because guess what? Whatever was written in a book, let's say even 3 months ago, guess what, Reed? It's outdated, right? There's so many changes. I want to be in real time what's new. So we can do this. Also, what I'd like you to do is Gemini Pro has a link that allows students to get a free version of Gemini, and they're giving all these more storage. You get the latest of Gemini only to students. So I'd like you to register for this, and this is an additional reading. And guess what? It comes from the Wall Street Journal, and this is an additional reading on create a 2-part career plan for the Age of AI student guide. What are you going to do in this Age of Student guide? So that is the what's due section. Reed, is that clear? Good. And if you want to, we're recording, so Reed, you want to unmic yourself. It almost sounds like deposition, right?
Yeah.
You want to say yes or no. This isn't a deposition, but basically to say. So any questions, Reed, on that? Yes?
No.
Okay. So the idea is, so really almost 3/4 of this depends on Wiley reading and adaptive. So when I do this in Blackboard, my role in Blackboard is instructor. Your role, Reed, in Blackboard is what? Are you the
Student.
instructor? Student. You have different basically ways to interact differently than I do. You agree? I
Yeah,
can see everybody's grade. You should read what? Only what?
my grade.
Your grade. You have no business reading any other grades.
Yeah.
Just like Reed, I have no business knowing what you're doing in other classes. You agree with that?
Yeah.
I have my role to do my role as a professor of business technology in my class. I have the need to know what's happening with my students. I have in my class. I should not have basically any type of privilege to see your grades unless you want to share it with me to do that. Okay, so we go to Wiley reading and adaptive. So I have a different view than you do. You should see, read, if you click on yours, you should see chapter 1, Introduction to Information System. And you see here, in order to sign up, there's a introduction. You should use your laptop or desktop. Let me emphasize, you cannot use an iPad for Wiley support. You can use an iPad to see Zoom, but you cannot use it to do Wiley Plus homework, and then you'll wonder why. An advantage also for Wiley Plus, it's very limiting, is that Chrome works best. Safari and Firefox sometimes has errors. So what you want to do, Reed, is click on chapter 1. And when you click on chapter 1, these are the readings for chapter 1. So if I look at what is the overview of computer systems, it should bring me to the book in digital format and show what's the overview of computer-based systems. And it shows me, you know, there's data, there's information, there's knowledge. We'll go over this next time, like any other textbook. But you see, Reed, which is really important for everyone, is the last section. It has like a little wrench there. And it says chapter 1, Information Systems Adaptive. That is what you need to do in order to do the quizzes for Wiley. Now, if I click on it, Reed, what is my role? Instructor, right? So I should not see the quizzes. I should, when I open my assignment, I should see the status of the students. And it tells me right now that 10 of my students, which is maybe less than a third of my students, have signed up for Wiley. So what I'd like by Wednesday is to have all of you to, even if you don't start, it'd be good if you'd started, but even if you don't start, to at least sign up so I know it works. And then if I go to students, do you see this, Reed? See my cursor right here? With students, you'll see that I see that you, Reed, have signed up. Is that correct, Reed?
I don't actually remember doing that. I mean,
Okay, but it says Reed. Is this your last name, Reed?
yeah.
Okay, and it says Athena, and it may be because you've signed up in another class. I'm not sure. So what you need to do is, how many of you, if you got the course pack, you should be able to use this without any payment. The paywall has been taken off of this class. If you've had Wiley Plus in any other class, you should be already have no problem. If you haven't taken Wiley Plus and clicked in and also have course pack, all you have to do is create an account. If you did not sign up for Wiley, the course pack, and you want to play offline, is I suggest you do the 14-day trial, see if you like the class, and then if you decide to drop the class or switch a section, you don't have to pay. Okay? And that is part of Wiley Plus. Clear? Scarlet, clear? When you click, did you try to click Scarlett?
No, I was just watching. I can do it in a
Okay,
second.
so do it now even to see. You
Okay.
know what I mean? It's good. Everybody do that even now. Click on that chapter 1 and see what happens. Let's even take a minute. Everybody go to Wiley Plus, right? And go to that chapter 1, click and see what you get. Because I don't want to waste my, right? You don't want to waste your time clicking and, hey, it's not working for me. What happened? And you're going to waste, guess what, Athena? You're going to waste hours and hours wasting your time on some silly little thing you can't get into Wiley Plus. I don't want to waste my time, and you don't want to waste your time. Your time is just as precious as mine, right? We want to learn something new, not waste their time. So anybody have anybody that it worked for? Raise your hand right now that it worked. Okay, you got it. So it worked for you. So now, and if there's problems, then you can even text Lily or something, right? And she's on the chat. You can see, hey, what's you can direct chat do that direct chat to her. One of the things is I want to be efficient. Don't you agree, August? What do we need to waste our time on stuff, right? That we don't want to do. What do I love about AI? I love about AI. Let it do the repetitive stuff. Things that it's repetitive that nobody wanted, the job nobody wanted, that dangerous job that they wanted, that repetitive job that you had to keep on doing, counting some beans or something. I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, right? We want to do creative, fun stuff so we can do it. Any questions on that? Leia, how's it working out?
I'm trying to get it right now.
Okay, that's it. Isn't that more? Let's finish it now. Ryder, did we finish it? Did it work?
I haven't tried it yet. No.
Okay, so let's try it. And Kai, did it work for you? Do you know what you're supposed to do, Kai? Go into a Wiley Adaptive and click on
Yeah. I was
chapter
working.
1 and just see if it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah. What's happening? How's it working?
I opened up Wiley Plus and got into the book.
Okay, and did you go to the adaptive? See if the adaptive works.
Okay.
If you got in the book, it already works. You understand? I just want to make sure that nobody's stuck for a whole week and then say, "Oh, I couldn't do it the chapter because it didn't work." Okay, Jake, it worked for you? Thumbs up? Yes? No?
Yeah, it
I'm
worked
trying
for
to do
me.
it.
Perfect. You got how we're doing. And later on, what we'll do is we'll break up into breakout rooms. We'll do some work because it really gets tiring to have everybody agree every week to do just lecture and lecture. Wow, I'm falling asleep. So anyway, so we got that part. Now what we want to do is I want to share my screen and just make sure. So everybody got the status part. So if I go to, I go to content. And now if I go to students, right? Let me just do this. Right, so if I open up, let's see here. Do this. Widely adaptive. I open up Introduction to Information Systems, right? I go to adaptive. And this is my end, which is a different end. It's my point of view as instructor rather than your point of view. And notice, look at what happened here, Scarlett. You see that not started before it was 10. What does it say now?
18.
18. So you know that it's working for at least another 8 students, right? So I know that that part is working. And now, what was the other thing I had in What's Due? Let's go back to What's Due. So I know how to do the adaptive. And then it says what? In this case, Scarlett, it says quizzes that I need to take. So I have to find out where are quizzes. I see quizzes is here. And I see there's 1 chapter. Now, the only difference here, and everybody can put a note here. Kai, you can put a note here. Under quizzes, you can take the quiz twice. So in this case, you can take this quiz twice. You can take it open book, Kai. I don't care how long it takes you. You can do open notes. You can go to AI. You can go anywhere. You can go to Google to find the answers. You get 2 times, 2 tries. If you want to take the second try, you know already you'll get feedback on what you did on the first try. You should be able, I don't see why you shouldn't get almost 100 on every quiz, right? To tell you in terms of the terminology. Okay, what else does it tell me to do? It tells me also on what's due to sign up for the library for these, and on Wednesday we'll talk about these. Questions? So Lily, you want to do a quiz now? A poll?
Yeah, we could do a poll.
Okay. I'll have you choose. What do you think is most interesting to do a poll?
Like ones that we've
Well, you choose. Your choice, Lily.
for some reason I'm not the co-host.
Really? And why is that?
I don't know. I got demoted.
I don't know. Make co-host. Isn't that weird? We have to check
Maybe it's
why
because I joined on before you.
you I don't think so, but remind me at the end. We'll check on Zoom whether you're the alternate in there. Stuff happens.
Okay.
Now can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it now.
Everybody here, it's basically the host or the co-host can launch a poll. What we're going to be learning in the class too, Felix. Have you ever created a poll in Zoom?
No.
That's what one of your assignments going to do is create a poll. You're going to be able to see who can take the poll, who can't take the poll, right? You think that's useful? Sure it is. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's try this one. Everybody see the poll? Finance is always the leader. Have you noticed that, Lily?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Right, and finance is usually the leader. And can you choose more than one? Here, are you allowing
Yeah,
them
you can choose more. I made it so you can choose more than one.
Right, so you can choose more than one. And you know what's interesting too is there's hardly ever anybody as a business technology major. Have you noticed that? By the way, did you know there's an AI minor? I think a number of you were AI minors. You know that in the fall there's going to be an AI major too that we just started. So this will be anybody that wants to do that.
Can't believe there's no accounting.
I thought who was in accounting here? Wasn't there somebody that said accounting?
Maybe that
No.
was another section.
Wow. Accounting's usually low, but it's usually accounting and finance, right? So in this case is what, can everybody see this? Does everybody see what the percentages is? Scarlett, do you see what percentage of people in the class are finance majors?
I was able to see it and then I closed it so I can't open it again.
Oh, okay. So only I can stop sharing, or?
I can stop sharing too.
Okay,
Go
but it's interesting. Legal studies we have. Who's the second? Finance is 46%. And who's the next one? The highest here. It seems like
like
it's,
the ones that weren't listed. So I remember someone said management.
yeah. So you didn't do management here?
I'll add that on.
Yeah, that's a good idea to add management, right? Because others is 38%. So that's management missing. What else? Who is other two? Who answered other? Okay, and what was it?
I'm undecided.
business.
Athena, what?
I'm undecided.
You're undecided. Do you have undecided? So I definitely add management and I would put undecided for the next one. That's great. So
Okay.
you get feedback. You know what's good too? We're looking at it, and when we see this, you really almost need other people's feedback to try it out, or almost prototype it, or use a focus group before you give it out to the public. So you see you're ready. This is the first semester what I call eating our own dog food, where we're doing polls, but we don't even want to do just polls for polls' sake, but see what are the problems. So we forgot to add management, and we forgot to do undecided, right? And then you can see that even after the undecided, it'd probably be good to do undecided or even do another, because on the other side, it may be, hey, I'm a computer science Lily, and I'm not undecided. So we can see how that is. And then you can share the results, I guess, on that. Okay. And then you can see it all together. I guess you can see it in large amount that you can see, and then you can see these. So you can kind of see the share the results and share that of the polls and quizzes. Okay? Any questions? Any other points that we need to do? So I think we got it at this point. You know what, Lily, what I think we'll do today, we'll stop at this point. How does that sound? Like the first day and we're settled. On Wednesday, I'll start going over a bit of the material that I think we need to do for our assignment for next Wednesday. And what I'd like is, I have, it seems here, like 23 people that participated in the class today, and 18 signed up. So it seems like a couple of people didn't do the Wiley Plus that we asked them to. And we can end here. Any comments? Alex, any comments that we need to know about or you have? It's pretty clear. Everybody understand? This is how the course is. Lily takes attendance. You get to see the code. You fill in the code. That's part of the attendance. If you have, if there are any issues on that. After she stops sharing, she also puts the code in the chat. She doesn't have to show that each time. So the code, so if you come in and you say, oh, I didn't see the code or something, you check the chat for the code. And then we formally end the class. Notice, what am I doing, Felix? I'm record all my recordings. When I end the class, I stop all the recordings. So when I meet individual students, you remember my need to know, least privilege. Nobody knows to know your business of what you're telling me after the class. The only time, sometimes I'll do the recordings if it really is relationship. Oh, my iPad isn't working, and we can show other people that. But in general, I shut off all recordings. I shut off even the AI companion summarizing what I say. And then we meet the next day, and you are lucky enough this section to have Lily be your teaching assistant, and also give us feedback on, hey, how can this be useful? And you will know then, Felix, every week we will have assignments. More and more it will be hands-on. Everything I do, you'll do. You'll be a professional on setting up a Zoom meeting, streaming live to YouTube. You'll set up a YouTube account. You'll be in the way to set up polling. You'll be remote access, that you can gain access. Did you know in Zoom you can gain access? And let's say Scarlett had an issue. You say, Scarlett, can I get permission? And I can take over your computer, right? And that's able, she gives you permission, right? That you can do it. So you can work through everything here. We'll be looking at a number of AI tools to help us with studying, to help us with podcasting, to help us do PowerPoints, all those things that help businesses. That's the class. You want to be with that at 6:30 at night, that's up to you. And if you don't come back to me, that's fine too. I don't get insulted. Lily knows me, right? I don't get it. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Other things may hurt my feelings, but whether students drop my class, sometimes I'll even suggest to students, you'd be better off, me and you would be better off in another class, So that's the way people learn in different ways, So if you like it, fine. If not, I wish everybody a happy new year. and stay with me if you have any questions, concerns, problems, issues. We're here for you. Okay? So if you've filled out your attendance, I'll see you on Wednesday. Others of you I may not see, but that's fine. Enjoy your spring semester, wherever you are.
Thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure. Bye.
you.
And thanks for my moderators.
Thank you.
Of course.
Is our attendance in the Blackboard again? Sorry.
Did you put your code in? Read. So you have to put in your code in
It's,
attendance.
you go into Blackboard, there's on the left-hand side, there's a place for attendance. Just click on it. And it'll direct you to quickly, and then you just put in the code.
Okay.
Where can we find the code?
Everything's easier when
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
done.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Have a good evening.
Go to the dashboard,
Yeah.
like the Blackboard dashboard, and then on the left-hand side, there's attendance right below syllabus.
I mean for oh, it's in the chat. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were asking for that.
No, it's all
Yeah,
good.
it's
All right.
9520.
All right, let me get there. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good
Thank
night.
you, Hiko.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes, same. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao. So few students. Let me
Yeah, I
just
know. I was
hold
checking
on.
the
I'm gonna